Hello, and thank you for watching this regional forecast for the Canadian Prairie. I'm Andrew Pritchard, meteorologist with Nutrient Ag Solutions. So we talk about temperatures over the next 5 to 7 days, and really beyond. We are going to be heading toward a much colder pattern across the prairie. Now, that exception is going to be a warm-up for the day on Friday before a cold front swings through the area Saturday and Sunday, again plunging us into what could be a very cold pattern Monday through Thursday of next week. Talking about precipitation, well, we're getting some light precipitation falling in the form of some light rain, some light snow showers across southern Alberta into southern Saskatchewan today, across an area that's been very dry over the last couple of weeks. But again, the corridor with the best chance for more significant precipitation, more significant snowfall, is going to be once again north of Highway 16 in a corridor through the central portions of Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba with this weekend storm system. So we'll check in, we'll look at the satellite picture then as we wake up on Wednesday morning again, watching this very large storm system that really impacted the United States over the last couple of days, but did bring some light precipitation to southeastern Manitoba and perhaps some light snow here to the border of northeastern Manitoba and northwestern Ontario. We see that right here, the counterclockwise flow around that. You can pick up a subtle circulation right here with that little disturbance that is bringing the light precipitation to southern Alberta and southern Saskatchewan right now as it continues to slip off to the south and to the east. As we look at the radar then early this morning, again picking up on some of that light precipitation, making its way through southern Alberta, through southern Saskatchewan as we head through the remainder of the day today. We can watch the forecast here with the high-resolution NAM model. This will again only show us the southern portions here, but that is enough as we talk about this snow making its way out of here, or this light rain snow mix depending on where you are. Again, watching this travel through the area during the day today, getting out of here for the most part as we head into the late evening and the overnight hours, and certainly seeing those snow flurries come to an end by the time we wake up on Thursday and we head into a dry couple of days as far as precipitation goes. Dry until this weekend when we see a more significant storm system emerge from the Rockies here. We'll take this back, watching again the light precipitation making its way through this area. Some light snow again still possible across areas well north of the Prairie in northeastern Manitoba here as the storm system continues to lift off to the north and east out of this area. So let's go ahead, we'll take the drawings off here and bring this slowly ahead as we head through Wednesday into Thursday. Again, quiet across the prairie with a warm-up here. We'll have southerly flow beginning in advance of this storm system here as we get into the day on Friday, really warming us up across the prairie just for the day on Friday though. But then we got very cold air coming in on the backside here. So Friday at 1 p.m., we've got this storm system ejecting, so midday Friday, some precipitation beginning, some light snow or some steadier, heavier snow is possible, but it's a short duration snow, so maybe some heavy snow at times, but again, it ends just as quickly as it began as this system really quickly makes its way across the prairie. So again, Friday afternoon, having some light snow begin again across central Alberta, moving into central Saskatchewan already by Friday evening. And then as we go to bed and wake up on Saturday morning, this area of low pressure is now across central Manitoba with some snow falling across central and northern Manitoba. On the backside, much colder air coming in, blustery conditions. You see how tightly these lines are packed. These are isobars, areas of equal pressure. So when we see those really close together, those are breezy conditions. So as we wake up on Saturday, through much of the day, strong northerly winds across a big chunk of the prairie, again perhaps mixing with some light snow as well, and then some of that snow that fell across areas north of Highway 16 perhaps blowing around just a bit. We then quiet out as we head into the early part of the week. A couple of clipper systems are going to be possible, bringing some light snow, but no significant precipitation expected then in the early parts of the next work week. The bigger story going to be the cold temperatures coming in behind here. So the probability then of 3 inches of snow, or about 7.5 centimeters of snow from this storm system as we take it through the weekend, that's going to be again highest north of Highway 16, with much of the Canadian Prairie here, the high production ag areas here, likely going to be missing out on the snow, only perhaps getting some very light flurries on the backside here, with the more significant snow stacking up across northern portions of, or north central portions of Saskatchewan, Alberta, and Manitoba. We'll look at the temperatures then. I kind of teased this out. You know, we start with a cooler pattern here Wednesday and Thursday. Warm air advection in advance of the storm that comes in early next week or during the weekend here. Let's bring this back. Starting out Wednesday, heading through the day Thursday, still dealing with a cooler pattern, and then we get this warm up. There it is, Friday. And this is brief. This is warm air surging northward in advance of that storm system. But as it quickly makes its way through the area here beginning early Saturday and then again exiting the area by the end of the day Saturday. This is a quick moving storm. That cold air fills right back in on the backside, and it does not go anywhere as we go into next week. Perhaps heading towards a very cold pattern here as we go through Monday and Thursday of next week. Again, we'll look at this from the European model, focusing in on the Canadian Prairie here, watching cooler conditions here early this week, Wednesday, Thursday, watching that warm up Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, watching that cold air come in, perhaps reinforcing shots of that as we head into the early part of next week. So total precipitation across Alberta, once again, going to be highest north of Highway 16, but getting some precipitation in here primarily during the day today. This is mostly falling here Wednesday, but we do get a chance for some quick hitting precipitation as we get into Friday and Saturday with this storm system making its way in. That would be a late Friday into Saturday across southern Alberta. And then the snow accumulation forecast here again. Perhaps a corridor of some heavier snow here where we could see a very narrow band exceeding 20 centimeters of snow, likely going to be somewhere between 5 to 15 for most folks. And then, of course, a little ribbon of snow possible here from this Wednesday system making its way along the Alberta-Saskatchewan border. High temperatures for the day today in the middle single digits, dropping down to around freezing overnight, warming up slightly on Thursday into the mid-teens. And then as we get into the day on Friday, that's when we see that big warm up. South of Highway 16, high temperatures in the mid to upper teens to near 20 degrees with a strong southerly wind. Wednesday, we're flipping over here to Alberta, or Saskatchewan and Manitoba. I apologize here. Again, seeing most of the precipitation falling north of Highway 16 with the storm system that's making its way through during the day on Saturday. Much of southwestern or southern Manitoba into southeastern Saskatchewan likely going to be dry for the most part all the way through the weekend. The snow forecast, again, that narrow band here with perhaps a narrow corridor exceeding 20 centimeters of snow, but likely around 15 centimeters of snow, 5 to 15 here north of Highway 16. High temperatures for the day in the single digits. Overnight lows here near 0 to slightly below 0. As we look at southern Saskatchewan and southern Manitoba, high temperatures for the day on Thursday, again in the middle single digits. Overnight lows dropping below 0 before we get our warm up on Friday. Not quite as warm as southern Alberta, only in the mid-teens here to the lower teens across southern Manitoba with that warm up before Saturday's cold front comes sweeping through the area. As always, Eric Snodgrass will have an in-depth look at the evolution of the next 1 to 2 weeks in our Thursday morning ag forecast video, and I'll be back to talk about the Canadian Prairie on Friday morning. Have a wonderful day.